Hi everyone, Connor Woods here, market coach at Forex Signals and howtotrade.com, and welcome to our weekly preview. Last week, the war in the Middle East rumbled on and is now threatening to escalate further, with other nations becoming more involved. Commodities have been grinding higher ever since. It was a big week for the UK too, whose inflation figures showed there is a lot more work that needs to be done to bring prices back down to the 2% target. This week marks the beginning of central bank action though, and the Bank of Canada and the European Central Bank are announcing crucial interest rate decisions. In fact, there is actually a whole host of high impact economic data that any serious trader needs to be aware of. So let's break down week 43 in the markets for you right now. Okay, so first of all, I want to start on euro dollar. This is the trend we've been in. It's really clear to see on the daily time frame. We can see that downward channel that we've been in, but just noticing signs that we're just starting to tick a little bit higher. So my question really is, after a week of probably say consolidating, it's not really moved on the week much. Is this the bottom of euro dollar? Potentially it could be, but I would like to see another run at that bottom first before we go higher at all. Now, I was actually looking at some of my indicators and trying to see if we can start to see signs of a RSI divergence, or not just RSI, but on other indicators as well. And you can see that if we were to come down into this low, I'll be interested to see where we would sit on these three really good divergence indicators. If we see that divergence playing out still, it's a fantastic buying opportunity. But other than that, if we're just looking to sort of trade the breakout of this trend that we see, of this channel, then you could see this start to consolidate for a few more days around this level. And then potentially we may see our first sort of explosion higher on euro dollar. Or of course, this is a fake out and we continue lower. But my target for the upside around 1.07, and for the downside, definitely this low around 1.045. Next market I want to look at is gold. You know, such a clear picture of what happened during week 42. The question now for gold is, how high can we go? Obviously we broke above, if you think about, you know, market structure, broke above this high. That was quite significant as well, because that was looking like a potential resistance area, you know, closed straight above that, looking to go higher again. Now I just marked, or want to mark, just this area here where I think gold could go to this week. Now, the reason I like this area is you've got a ton of liquidity sitting above this high. And what I mean by that is, if you're someone who is probably selling gold, you're a seller of gold, then you're probably going to have your stop loss above this high here. You can see all that consolidation price action. And for me, that's just a liquidity target. And I think we could wick into that area and potentially come and trade into, you know, look what sits in this imbalance area. Let me just mark that as imbalance. Look what sits in this area, the 2000 level. This could be, you know, with it being that psychological level as well, that whole number 2000. We could see this next week. We could see a run up into there. However, of course, if we do get a break above 2000, and then really we're starting to talk about, you know, 2040, 2050 again, which is crazy to think after such a, you know, clear downtrend that we were in. So gold can move quick, and it's about trying to get into that move quickly. Okay, finally looking at the DAX, which is the German stock index as well. Wanted to touch on this because really ever since we saw, you know, that high get taken, we've really been trending, you know, in a bearish way. And for me now, I'm looking for this wick to be our downside target, 14,470. And that's going to be our liquidity target down here. Now, it's probably not going to be without any some sort of pullback. I'll be surprised if it just slumps all the way down. You can see how we've been trading, you know, previously. I'm expecting potentially what we may see is a move up and then to target that low down there. How do we do that? Maybe on a 4-hour chart or something like that. Let me just zoom in on that price action and delete this. So I'd probably look for, you can actually see we've got quite a, okay, let's have a look at this. We've got quite an important fair value gap in here where the market gapped, and we never really had the retest. If we could get up to there, then that would be fantastic. I doubt we will because it is quite far away. So instead we're looking for probably something like, yeah, you can see imbalance in there right at that 61.8. That's going to be my area to look to potentially sell the DAX from, around this 15,100 down towards our target of 14,500. That's my view. Week 43 is really all about the European Central Bank, but traders should also be keeping a very close eye on the core PCE price index data on Friday. This is a week with high impact news events popping up all over the place. So it's doubly important to ensure that you are on the ball. The key markets to watch this week will be euro dollar, gold, and the DAX. But of course, if there are any added surprises, We were sure to be all over this in the trading room as we cover the educational side of things for you. If you're someone who's looking for your execution needs to be satisfied, then look no further than our partnering broker Switch Markets, who can help you get set up with your trading account. As always though, trade well, and we'll see you on our next live stream.